Hello, today is April the 15th. It's Thursday, and the reason I'm mentioning the date is because Venus moved into Taurus today. Now, I have a couple of notes that I've made, and I'm going to be looking at them from time to time. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you because I'm right here and I want you to see and listen. So, here we go. Venus moved into Taurus today, and it's going to be there from today, April the 15th, through till May the 10th. Now, the planet Venus represents expressions of emotion and personal relationships, primarily through love and marriage, but also all types of other relationships. It's going to give important data towards, and your attitude actually, towards money, personal possessions, and your creature comforts. In addition, how you take a look at social and physical values is going to be impacted by this transit. Now, love, some of the key words for Venus are, and I want you to kind of keep this in mind, love, money, pleasure, beauty, relationships, self-worth, desire nature, hello, sensuality, female sexuality, glamour, finances, sociability, and the female archetype. Venus in anybody's chart, whether it's a man or a woman, represents the feminine energy, as Mars represents the masculine energy, both in a woman and a man's chart. Now, on the negative side, there are also some things that Venus can represent, depending on the aspects. That's why it's important to know where it's in your chart. It's transiting Taurus right now, the sign of Taurus, and I will cover that in a moment. But on the challenging side, it's self-indulgence, emotionally demanding, being that way that this time, indecisive, weak, and shameless. Those are some of the words that can go for the challenging side of Venus. Now, Venus is an inner planet. That means it moves very quickly, much more quickly than the outer planets. And it takes about a month to move through the houses of your chart. Actually, I beg your pardon, not the houses, the signs. At this time, of course, as I said, it is in Taurus. Now, it's a good position to be in Taurus because it is actually the planetary ruler of Taurus. The effects of the transit itself are just a few days, though it remains in a sign for about a month. The position of Venus in Taurus signifies a constant and lasting affection. If you were born with Venus in Taurus, when you do give your affection, and it takes time for you to develop a relationship to give affection, it's very lasting and very loyal. It's lovely. And Taurus is an earth sign. It's a practical sign. It's a builder. Taurus people are generally good with their hands. And here's a side note, Taurus men make very good chefs. I know that's kind of an oddball thing, but it's accurate. Taurus is a food lover. They really love food. They have to be careful about overindulgence, especially now with Venus in Taurus. Taurus people can gain some weight this time. Generally, they like luxury and they like nice things, but they have the ability to live a very make-do life if it's necessary. While Venus is here in Taurus, you want to consider doing some gardening, playing with the earth, playing with the outdoors, doing something with your outdoor nature. Planting flowers is a good thing, or creating something of beauty through a hobby or an interest that you haven't done before. It might be something that you were thinking about and it was in the back of your mind. This would be a great time to access that and to create it. It'll give you pleasure over a long period of time. Also, completing a project might be something that you started a while ago and you haven't given it the thought, and it's something that really gives you pleasure and fulfillment, but you just put it off. Now is a good time to do it. It's also a great time to spend money on an object of beauty. Now be careful, because there's the ability to be overindulgent and you don't want to do that. But purchasing something of beauty that you've wanted would be a very good time to do it in the next month or so. That would be really good for you to do. A painting, a piece of clothing, a piece of furniture, something that you've considered and something of beauty that'll give you pleasure for a long time. Heads up again, it's not a good time to be overindulgent with money or food. You want to watch that. I don't care what sign you are. Venus in Taurus can bring out those attributes. And certainly do not sit back and wait for things to come to you. Venus creates an environment where things will come without compulsion or force, but you can't just sit back and go, okay, I don't have to do anything. It's going to come to me because I deserve it. Not necessarily the case. So you want to be careful with that. Venus brings people together at this time, so it might be a good time to have a social event, a small party of friends and family, or it might be a good time for professionals to mix business with pleasure. That might be a good time to do it now. And it all depends on what house that you're in at the moment, that Venus is in your chart. You also want to take a second look or a deeper look at money and possessions, your personal possessions. These might be things that you don't necessarily consider, but at this time you want to give some deeper thought to money, maybe money planning, money organizing, same thing with personal possessions, maybe putting them in order. You may not have considered these things before, but now would be a good time to give a deeper thought. Please reach out to me if you'd like to find out where Venus in Taurus is in your chart. You can reach me at zodiacastrologyreport@gmail.com or go to the website zodiacastrologyreport.com and you can order up a chart. You can get a transit chart for just the next month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever you'd like to do. Please feel free to do that. I look forward to meeting you and speaking with you. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, really important, and I appreciate it so very much. Thank you very much for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye.